So calling you EV is okay, yeah?
Yeah.
Good, thank you. So EV, welcome to the session on level 6 OTHM, and there are certain units like MIS, database management systems, and computing projects, advanced data analytics, advanced network. Can you see the screen well?
Yeah. I can see the screen very well.
Yeah, good. So we would start with the computer society and law. Is that okay?
Okay.
So do you know something about the ethics, law, and the issues, related issues using the computing and networking?
No.
Any idea about any law governing usage of data or anything using computers?
Mm, no, not really. I don't know. I'm really new to this course.
Okay, yeah, that's fine, no problem. So let us start with this. Right. So computers in a society nowadays, what we have now is basically that is the extreme use of computing are good. However, however, initially when the computers were invented, those in those days, they intended for the positive. For example, the first computer was being made to help the human, yeah, help the
Mhm.
human, giving them the facilities to make the life easy, to make the calculations and the computing, yeah. So the two terms like calculation and computing are slightly different. For example, if you want to calculate, let's say doing some arithmetic operation, yeah, although it was not that much tricky, let's say adding 2 plus 2 was easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
In the history of human for the numbers. So the numbers were the biggest invention in the history of computing, isn't it?
Yeah.
What happened? A human used to use a pebbles, small stones, when they used to have some, animals, cattle. Then they didn't know that how many, animals they have got. Yeah. What they used to
Yeah.
do, they used to keep some stones at their, living places, and they used to compare that, okay, 10 animals, yeah, went outside for, having some, you know, what should I, grass, food, water, and when they used to return, then, they need to compare the stones, yeah. They didn't know
Yeah.
what is one, what is two, what is three, what is four. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So by gradually the number, then from the beginning of the computing, when the computers started, came into a real shape from the, let's say the abacus and the first computer, first mechanical computer, the biggest computer, the first computer
Mhm.
was a very big machine, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know about do you know about the history of computing?
Yeah. Like the big machines they used to make calculations.
Yeah, big, yeah, not big calculations. The big machines used to do very small calculations, and
Mhm.
but it was only possible by having those big ones. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, have you studied this introduction to computers formally anywhere in any of the schooling, college, or the uni
Yeah. Just back in high school.
back in high school? And is there any introductory modules in your, graduation at Germany?
No.
Maybe in the foundation. I think you are exempted from the foundation course, is it?
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's fine. So, simply in a nutshell, computers were created for good, but they the excess use of the computing has raised some concerns of ethics, and the some legislations has legislation has become mandatory to follow. Otherwise, if you would be using the computing inappropriately, then obviously it would be harmful. It would be, the I would say illegal or inappropriate use of computing.
Mm,
Yeah. For
yes.
example, personal data. Yeah. Do you know something that there is some law about the personal data?
Yeah, there are laws. There are laws
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah. So what is that law? Do you know about it?
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's just data infringement. That companies cannot take data from
Yeah. So
places
what the
without
law?
knowing.
What's the law called?
Uh, I don't know exactly.
The previously it was known as a Data Protection Act.
Oh, Data Protection Act.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
recently, it has been converted to the GDPR. Yeah. General Data Protection Regulations. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
GDPR. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
General Data Protection Regulations is the law, for example. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
let us start formally. Yeah. That what the unit is about and what we need to cover into this learning outcomes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let me read briefly. So the aim of this unit is to develop the learner's ability to deal with the work-related IT. Yeah. So is there something? Is it possible to control the noise behind you?
Mm,
I think someone is there using some. Uh, if it is
no.
possible,
Okay, yes. I'll try.
or
Give me a
maybe,
moment.
yeah, maybe you can mute the microphone and I need to continue then.
Okay,
It,
I'll mute it.
but it would be good that I would appreciate your interaction as well.
Well, there's maintenance happening in the building that I am in, so there
Okay.
will be a lot of noise. So I think the best would be to mute the microphone.
Okay, that's fine. No worries. You may mute it, and I'm going through, and once I would finish, then I would ask you, to you will be able to. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm muting it right now.
Okay, no problem. Right. Right, Evie. So, if you are in a workplace, then issues related with the IT would be, significant. So you would be learning those issues here, and the IT issues that apply beyond the immediate tasks of the information technology practitioner. So assume if you are an IT professional, then you are a practitioner. Practitioner means you should be doing the things, professionally. Yeah. And you should know the ethics of the works. You should know the legal formalities and societal, considerations. So whatsoever the use of computing you are doing, you should take care about the society, you should know the legal formalities and ethical use. So ethical use, is a kind of a moral, obligations. Yeah. Legal means abiding by the law. Yeah. So formal legal requirements and responsibilities of the profession are included here in this unit and are relevant professional codes of conduct. So codes of conduct would be the good practices followed by the organization. So what we would be covering in today's learning outcome is understand the ethical concerns, yeah, in relation to the information technology activities. The activities that you would be performing would be the ethical concerns in your IT usage in your workplace. So assessment criteria that after this session, you should be able to analyze the types of conflicts of interest for IT professionals. Yeah. So what happens that one of the ethical concern is conflict of interest into the profession. Second, need to evaluate the various ethical issues that we would be trying to find what issues can arise uh, for an IT professional, and then we will identify the issues along with the solutions. So what solutions that you can propose for those problems. Yeah, I hope this should be fine. Yeah. So in the beginning, yeah, there is a very good, like I explained from the history that computers were meant to be designed for the in order to help the humans. Yeah, and they did help. Yeah, but nowadays, if the usage of computing has become extensive, and it has created some issues of the privacy and the sharing and other legal stuff has become the concern now. So the history given by Ronald M. Baker is a 3-minute video. Yeah. So I would advise you, once you would click on this PPT slide, yeah, then you should be able to go through the idea that how the computers and the society needed these uh, you know uh, ethics concerns, the legal issues concerns, and what was the past and what is present now. Yeah. So it's a just 3 minutes video. It's an introductory video, and then I would advise you to definitely go through this. Professors from the MIT about his interview. Yeah. Then the key terminologies that what I said explained earlier, that the laws that govern how we use computers. That's basically the key terminology. If you are in a workplace and then you are using the computer of your workplace, then it needs to be handled. It needs to be used according to the some law, according to the ethical uses. It shouldn't be the case that you take your computer home, you take your computer and you take your employees data, your customers data to home, or many more concerns. Yeah. So there are also some ethical concerns about the issues, like there should be a uh, you know piracy, there should be some hacking environment, and the many things involved, like the pirated software is a ethical issue. Pirated software is a copyright issue. Hacking someone's data is the ethical issue. Environment, in which environment, whatsoever the environment you are using the particular digital thing, needs to be considered. Yeah. So the technology and the internet are evolving rapidly, and this throws up the new ethical and legal problems. Like I explained earlier from the beginning of the lesson, that computers initially, those were only concerned and concentrated about the the usage. I mean the the inventors were thinking that how the computers work. Yeah, they tried to provide the computing powers, but when they realized that if they have provided the computing power through the technology, through the internet, lots of options of using the internet, then definitely the problems came in front, like the privacy, the copyrights, and many more things. Nowadays you must be facing, even if you are going to upload something on the YouTube, if it is not yours, and then you are getting the copyright issues, and automatically you get the uh, notification. So that's basically the few terms, legal and ethical questions, so affect many areas of computing, and that what you can do, what you cannot do, what you can share, what you cannot do, cannot share. So all these concerns are related in this module. Yeah. Privacy, simply what information we can consider to be private and who owns the data. The privacy of the, let's say if it is an organization, then privacy of the staff, privacy of the customers is important. For example, photographs that we upload on social networks, so like they become the property of a website. But again, you must know that Facebook also abide by some laws, and that if someone is uploading someone's picture without their permission, then it is what should I say, not allowed, and on request they can remove that particular content. There is an option in YouTube that if anything inappropriate is uploaded, then uploaded on the channel, then on request that can be deleted. Yeah. So how this happens, this basically governs through the Data Protection Act. Yeah, that computers stores lots of personal details. Personal data can be valuable. Yeah, so that data needs to be protected by you. You need to ensure that only that data can be used for the intended purpose, not for the marketing or any other purposes. Yeah. So like I explained earlier, the Data Protection Act was the old term. Now the General Data Protection Regulation is in now, so it defines the principle that who can access the data, the accuracy and validity of the data, selling data is restricted, and when the data needs to be removed from the computers when the purpose is achieved. So for example, breaches of the data protection often are in news. There was a news that NHS survey was fined. So for example, NHS did a survey about the patients, so they were fined for the 200,000 for selling a computer that contained patients' personal records. So what would have done that old computer they did have in use, when they sold it for the recycling, they did not delete the patient's data. Yeah. So obviously the people took the data from patients, they like their diseases, their the health conditions, their contact details, and ultimately those patients might have been contacted directly or indirectly. They might have been offered some medicines, some cures, and any other ways. At some point, the patients would have got to know that the data has been leaked. Yeah. So not only for the usage of the data, but even at the disposal of the equipment. Yeah, you need to make sure, you need to clean the equipment as well. That is your responsibility to protect the data of the customer, of the employees, wheresoever applied. Yeah. Then the next is sharing. Yeah. So obviously the data, what you can share, what you cannot share is a main concern. Some data you can share, like but you cannot share, like a DVDs you bought from the store, yeah, for a film, yeah. But again, it's a very complicated that the rest of the stuff like same DVDs, videos are being shared on the peer-to-peer networks, torrents, and many more sites, and that's definitely ethically illegal to use or the share the copyright material without the permission. Yeah, so these are the concerns and problems that needs to be taken care of. Yeah, hacking, well that hacking can be hacking is harmful, and it can have, let's say, two perspectives. One negative perspective is that you are hacking someone's data for your own purpose, yeah, for your intended purpose in order to get your individual benefit. But for the positive purpose, the positive hacking is basically called the white hats, yeah, and the malicious criminal activity wise hacking is called the black hats. So the positive hacking basically gives you the way creatively explore the ways of using the computer, like in order to find the loops, in order to find the bugs in a code, yeah, and exposing security risks and the problems in a website, in any software or anywhere in the system. So Hackaday is a website, yeah. If you would go there, then the hackers, they share their information that what they can do and what they cannot do. Even what happens when the new systems are built, yeah, then they put the challenges on these websites that okay, you are well crack the this system, yeah, and we'll give you a prize for this. So hackers in positive way, they put their positive efforts to hack the systems and let them know that yes, your website is your website, your system, or whatsoever the technology you have got, it has limitations that needs to be corrected. And so that's basically, you must have heard about the news that some of the technologies, they get hacked, and the hackers, they say that yes, these technologies have the limitations that needs to be uh, improved. So positive way, that's good. And that's good thing to, there are like the ethical hackers, or the white hats, they do the things. And obviously if they can hack the systems, then they may be offered the jobs, they may be offered the rewards in order to correct those problems. Yeah. So type of conflicts of interest for the IT professionals, for example, includes the uh, a conflict of interest occurs where the best interest of the individual are not the best interest for the others. So for example, employee may benefit oneself at the same time but damage the someone by accepting a bribe to buy a lower products for himself or the company. So for example, if you are a manager and you are supposed to be delivered some goods, and you are not supposed to accept the low standard goods, but if you did buy in favor of some bribe or some money, then that money could be good for you but not good for the company, isn't it? So the other conflicting interest in IT, like recruiting any unqualified person, begin a business that offer the similar services that your employer is offering, or dating or establishing a sexual friendship with colleagues, purchasing hardware for personal use from the company's uh, uh, budget. Bribery Act 2010, well explains about this, that you should not encourage any of the bribery at all, like getting undue rewards for doing some legal work, and but like granting or doing undue favor to anyone else. So that's about the you can go through this Bribery Act 2010, in detail from the actual, you know, governing, website, governing body. Possibly, the Bribery Act could be different in UK, different in, the US. And so is it okay if you would go through by, study in detail? Yeah. Then a successful moonlighting policy. Now we talk about the moonlighting policy. So moonlighting policy is basically that in order to make sure that if you are doing one job, yeah, let's say in the morning, then the question arises: are you allowed to do the similar job or any other job anywhere else in any other company, or not? So what happens, for example, you are working in a technology like Apple, yeah. So or maybe Samsung. So the Samsung technology you know very well, and then you won't be allowed to work for any other company like the Huawei or the Motorola at any cost. The contract should have been signed by them that you won't be allowed to work anywhere else. Or for example, if you are working in the atomic energy, or if you are working in the, let's say, in a government project, a sensitive information project, or for example, if you are working in a information technology for the military, then they won't let you work for position at all at any time, even for a minute. So these are the laws. So a successful moonlighting policy should define that what you can do and what you cannot do. Yeah. And then critically evaluate the various ethical issues. So issues like could be many, but for example, the privacy. Privacy is a risk basically of weakening or undermining the security. Yeah. So data privacy is corresponds to the entry, using, and storage of the data, legal responsibilities of the individuals concerned. Yeah. So you need to be considering these various ethical issues like privacy, the digital ownership, like I explained earlier, that if the photograph you have uploaded on a social media, then it becomes public. Yeah. Then it is first it becomes the property of, let's say, the social media platform, but again it becomes your intellectual property that you have allowed them to get them sharing. Yeah. Then the data collection, data gathering, the techniques, as well as that how you can collect the data, what is allowed to you and what is not allowed to you. Maybe let's say the shopping habits, the healthcare records, website visited, like you must have seen the website cookies. They nowadays, it used to be not ethical before, when the website used to keep the track of cookies that what you are searching, but now they haven't let any option to us. Every website is asking forcefully to accept the cookies. However, there's another option that manage the cookies, and after a long procedure we can deny and give our consent not to be shared our usage. Yeah. But data collection and gathering nowadays has become a kind of a legal way, and they ask us to authorize them. Yeah, but unfortunately, in order to save the time, we accept all the cookies. However, some of the websites, they have the option to go to minimize, uh, to give them minimal access of the data. Yeah. So data collection is the issue, that digital ownership is the issue, and few more things exist over there. Now, what are the solutions to those issues? Yeah. In order to comply with the regulations, and in order to obey the ethics, like there are lots of the rules and regulations like a GDPR. general data protection regulations. They explain to you that how you can keep the data, how can you can use the data of an individual, how you can the how long you need to keep the data. So that's the main concern. So solution, let's say social privacy settings. You can keep the networks details, and that what could be shown, what may not be shown. For example, some of the websites say, do you want to show your email address to be known to the public or not? Many settings can be applied to remain public or private or semi-public or semi-private. Yeah. Online storage, you need to be very careful that where you are storing your information. For example, Google Docs may not be secure, but there are other ways to secure your you know uh, personal data, because that can be hacked. So there should be some different arrangements there. Your passwords needs to be secure. Like a password manager may be used in order to manage your passwords. Your the Wi-Fi, public Wi-Fi, mostly when you are trying to log into the systems, the Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi's, then they are they don't require the passwords for the in order to connect with the Wi-Fi. So it is free, it is easy, but what happens that anyone can steal the data that you are entering into your mobile or laptop and getting access through that Wi-Fi internet. So you need to avoid these. These are just the highlights of the solutions. Yeah. So security issues are ethical issues, and the good practices are many. Yeah. So password policy, authentication policy, the firewalls, the and the anti-malware softwares, many more things can be applied. So is it okay for the introductory things? So three outcomes, the assessment criteria, that what solutions can be what possible solutions can be there. So you can try the lots of solutions over the internet and can include in your assignment. And issues, what issues can exist, like a digital issues, privacy issues, and the copyright issues, and that these can be explored further. And overall, uh, the terminology or the issues or the the ethical things and legal things involved, basically the privacy and data protection in general. Yeah. So data protection in general needs to be this. I would advise you to go through the GDPR in detail, and study about the copyrights and the intellectual property things, and how you can sharing, and about the hacking. Yeah. Yeah, Evie?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So do you have any problem in understanding, or do you have any question, to ask?
Concerning the topic, like, I understand everything perfectly. Mm,
Yeah.
but I just wanted to ask a question, like, it's
Yeah.
outside the topic, but it's concerning the course and the whole. For the assignments. The assignments, do they have that deadlines?
Uh, Normally, that the course, this is like a distance learning, and obviously the kind of blended learning, because face to face, like online face to face, interaction is given. Yeah. You need to complete the all assignments in, let's say, 12 months time, or maybe on the fast track maybe the 6 months time. Yeah. And
Okay. Okay.
yeah, but the most recommended path is that once the unit is completed, yeah, or maybe the first LO is completed, then you submit your the particular task on the format, yeah. And as soon as you would finish the assignment, and then it would be advisable to move on to the next unit. Yeah. So there shouldn't be the case that the number of the assignments, the number of units are in pending for assignment writer. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I see
Yeah.
you again on Thursday. Yeah, morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
feel free to contact my. There would be email mentioned as ukvarsity.co.uk. So you can send me email for any of the questions, and I would see you on Thursday again. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Thank you.
believe you understand this, LO very well, and these are, but you need to go through definitely these things what we have highlighted in the PPTs. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you very much, and I see you soon. Yeah.
I see.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.